Angelica and Izzy Stark first started playing together at 12 and 8 years old. When Angelica Stark was a senior in high school, Izzy was a freshman. The sisters teamed up to take Rampart High School in Colorado to a state championship, thinking that that would be the last time they played together. Well, it turns out destiny had other plans, and the Stark sisters are determined to, quote, beat their high school finale and have their final match together be complemented by a national championship trophy. And when I spoke to their mom yesterday, she said when Penn State won the semis in a reverse sweep, she turned to her husband and said, pinch me. Did that just happen?
Angelina being the older sister of Izzy, and Penn State coming out to start this set with an ace.
Which is much the same we saw from set one. We saw, what, 4 aces from Penn State in set one, a couple of those coming in the red zone, the final few points. Louisville's got to do a better job getting underneath and trapping these serves.
They've now had 4 aces over their last 6 serves. In for Cherry Looper. Well, there's the Stark family, Erica and Doug, and Izzy told us, you know, she grew up playing in the backyard with her family. Her and Angelina are very close. Very different.
Mother Erica Hibben has the all-time blocks record at Texas. So a great player in her own right.
And her dad Doug played volleyball at Ball State. Solo stuffed by Jess Merzick.
Louisville's handling the pass there. That was a one-on-one opportunity for Reese Robbins on the right, but it just happens to be Jess Merzick who gets all over that ball, turning it back into the court.
You wish Robbins would have seen that big gap and seam between the blockers, and she would have taken it.
Block will push it to Looper. That had to go over, and it did not. So this will be a point for Louisville.
Well, it was a double contact there from Penn State's block. Juravicius came down and hit it twice. Can't do that.
I still feel like just looking and watching Louisville, they're a little flat with their energy. And Penn State is relaxed, playing their best volleyball right now. If Louisville wants to flip the switch, they got to do it now.
You know who they tell us, outside of Anna DeBeer, of course, who brings that energy and that spark? It's Naelise Cabello, their freshman setter, who's serving right now. Look for her to kind of amp the momentum up from an energy standpoint.
Mendelson gets the kill. They told us, Katie, that when Naelise is herself, her own personality, that bright, bubbly, high-energy personality, they're playing at their best. And when she shuts down, it's not the same.
No, and when they're losing or they're struggling, she kind of goes internal. She goes within herself. They need her to kind of bring the energy here, especially because I agree with you, Molly. A bit flat from the Louisville Cardinals so far.
LeBron Kong in the middle. That'll help.
We saw Louisville beat Stanford in the regionals, and because of that particular play, we just saw the gap set, the 3-set to PK. Look how long she is slicing that sharp angle for the Louisville point. And when they run their middle and establish, that really opens things up on the pins.
That's over, that's over.
Cameron Hanna soaring for the kill. It ricochets off of Elena Scott.
Louisville had a triple block. There was a sliver of a court to attack, and Elena Scott, one of the best defenders in the country there, and couldn't handle the heat from Cameron Hanna.
What I love about that is Cameron Hanna hasn't really been playing back row all season long for Penn State. It's just something that they started recently, but she's become such a threat from the back court.
Yeah, we saw in the regional final against Creighton, they really started using her more in that back row.
It's given her confidence, and now she gets a block there as she moves to the front row.
I mean, you could tell in the first set and here in the second set, the confidence is on the Penn State side. Perfect pass from Scott. Peyton Peterson down the line. And that'll be a net violation on Penn State.
Good job by Sofia Maldonado Diaz there, Holly, recognizing overpass coming.
Yeah, she was ready, aggressive, forcing a Penn State blocker into the net.
just tuning in to our national championship, we do not expect to see All-American Anna DeBeer, who is the leader of this Louisville team. Danny Busburn-Kelly told us at the start of the match it was unlikely she would play after she was injured in set 4 in the semifinals.
And I don't think you can overstate how massive of a deal that is not to have Anna DeBeer on this court today. She is the reason why they are in this position to begin with. She is the heart and soul of this team. Production aside, all that she can do skill-wise, they go as she goes, and not having their emotional leader on the floor today, I think we're seeing that impact them.
Came back for a 5th year. Big reason why was because the national championship was here in her hometown. See the numbers over her career. She was having her career high in kills per set and hitting percentage this season. Saving the best for last. Peyton Peterson has taken her spot on the floor, number 21 in red. Taylor Trample with the kill. Let's check in with Madison.
Well, before the match, I talked to Anna DeBeer's mom, Sarah DeBeer, and asked how she was feeling, and she said pure joy for this team and for this program to finish their season here in Louisville. She was not sad for her daughter. She was excited for the team.
And the team means so much to her daughter. Peterson. Saved by Grimes.
Taking a back row swing, too.
Kara Cressy tooling the block off of 1 foot.
It's a nice job there by Naelise Cabello, who she's now setting out of the front row, so it looks like Louisville has flipped into this 5-1 system, something we saw them do on Thursday. When they're in the 5-1 with the setter up front, it allows Kara Cressy to be an option behind.
See Anna's mom watching in the stands. The ace from Peyton Peterson.
That was a timely ace by Peyton Peterson. Louisville's not serving the ball tough enough. They have a fantastic block, backcourt defense, but if you're serving lollipops, Penn State's going to be in system and be able to score at a high clip.
They've been in system a lot already today.
Another great serve, forcing Penn State out of system.
Meaning they don't have all 3 attacking options to go to. Cressy slide down the line. Beautiful dig by Grimes. Cabello to Looper. Stark calls on Hannah. It was touched, point Penn State.
Cameron Hannah, number 8 in white for Penn State, has been so impressive. We've seen her score from everywhere on the court. She touches almost 11 feet, and she can be lethal, especially when she's on. Fantastic compliment to Jess Merzick.
Spent 3 seasons at Clemson before transferring over, now in her 2nd season at Penn State. And she'll tack on the ace.
We talk to coaches all the time. Serve and pass is the key, and right now, Penn State winning the serve and pass game. Way more pressure coming from the service line from Penn State.
6 aces by Penn State, and we're in the 2nd set. They go back at Peterson, and she handles that one a lot better. Merzick is owning the net right now.
Is definitely low on Louisville's bench. Penn State is fired up, so Louisville called the timeout, and it was all Anna DeBeer talking. She said, we all look like we are timid, play for each other. We have come back from so much worse. An emotional leader no matter their circumstance.
Well, Madison, it's a great point, because right now your back's a little bit against the wall, down 1-0, and you're not playing your best volleyball. You have nothing to lose at this point. Start playing well, start taking big swings, get this crowd back involved. The home crowd could definitely be an advantage here.
Jess Merzick finds a piece of the block there. Micro touch, but it counts. You don't want to leave anything out here on the court. You don't want to go home with any regrets. If you're Louisville, you need to create the energy, one play at a time. We saw a reverse sweep on Thursday. Not something you see often, but momentum and volleyball go hand in hand.
It's a great response there. They get a good pass. Charity Looper going sharp cross court. Excellent swing there.
service error by Naelise Cabello, too long, and Penn State up 13-9 now here in set number 2. They won the first set 25-23.
Penn State's playing so well and efficiently right now. You can't afford to give away free points like that, especially as you're trying to find your rhythm as an offense too.
Start backside to Mendelssohn, put a little spin on the ball. Looper got underneath it. Maldonado Diaz down the line. Where's it calling for it? Grimes with the save. Elena Scott can do the same.
What a play from both sides. The defense was insane.
And the hammer from Maldonado Diaz finishes the rally.
Incredible defensive effort. And then you see the last ball one-on-one. Cabello out to Sofia Maldonado Diaz, and Anna DeBeer likes it, seeing some life.
Merzick. Elena Scott will set up Maldonado Diaz, this time on the right. Merzick wanted it with a power tip.
When you're blocking, Jess Merzick, you got to slide your hands over the net. There's no time to be late on your press defensively. Watch the hands. They're on the red side of the net. They need to be pressed over the net quicker.
You can't just go high. High is not enough. You got to go over.
Cabello in the middle to PK, and that's why.
I like the run from Cabello to try to get PK involved, but she's 6'4". She also can jump out of the gym. You got to get the ball up, allow her to go get it. That set's too low, so she pushes it wide.
And Louisville is going to make a substitution here as Hannah Sherman, number 11 in red, will check in to replace PK. Largest lead for Penn State. Penn State's block gets the middle attack.
Louisville is setting into a double block. You cannot do that, and you need to read what they're giving you on the other side of the net if you're the setter.
So Louisville calls a timeout here as Penn State up 16-10. You know, yesterday was a pretty big day for Penn State, for the athletic department too, their football team, and James Franklin had some words about the volleyball team after their playoff win.
I don't want to forget this at the end. Our women's volleyball program and Katie, they're playing for the national championship. Tomorrow, we wish them all the luck in the world. They've had an unbelievable season, obviously, and that game, that they played where they were down by 2 and came back 3 sets was just crazy. So, I think that's one of the special things about being at Penn State. There's so many sports and so many coaches that are thriving. Big part of that is our leadership with Pat Kraft and Neely Bendapudi. So we don't take that for granted whatsoever, but we'll be screaming and hollering and watching and supporting Katie and our women's volleyball program.
And Coach Franklin, we call that a reverse sweep, and it was pretty impressive on Thursday in the semifinals for Katie Schumacher-Cauley and her company to get it done against Nebraska.
It was stunning. They never panicked. They didn't play their best volleyball in sets 1 and 2, but they hit their stride and they never went away. It was almost like Nebraska was waiting for them to lay down, and they didn't. They just kept fighting, and Jess Merzick willed that team to win, especially late in that 5th set. It was stunning to witness.
Yeah, she had 26 kills and did that while hitting 300, which is a solid hitting percentage, especially with the number of swings that she is getting. She's had 20 or more kills in their last 4 matches.
I credit Katie Schumacher-Cauley. She has had her team so relaxed. I mean, every practice we see them, they're relaxed. They brought their family to practice yesterday. It's a very nice environment where they're comfortable and they're playing their best.
To the floor with Cameron Hanna. She's having a really solid match. That's 8 kills now.
What a start for her. We've seen her kick kills from the back row, from the front court. She's also been a key blocker for Penn State. I love that sharp cross-court angle that she takes inside the block.
Madison just letting us know that Louisville, in their last time out, they were talking about how to block Cameron Hanna. Still haven't figured it out. easier said than done. Sofia Maldonado-Diaz.
Penn State's scouting report is spot on because they have a double block in front of all of Louisville's hitters. Backs at Mendelson, Hannah, that's a big block. Sofia Maldonado-Diaz has to chop it sharp inside that block to find open floor.
Well, Louisville has had a hard time figuring out that block in this set. They're hitting 0-48. Penn State out of system, scrambling, and a point for the Cards.
That's the first serve we've seen from Louisville. Somebody really go after it. Nice job by Strand.
Camden Strand, a Kentucky native herself. Attacking error for Peyton Peterson. How do you feel about Cabello's setting and her location right now?
It's a bit tricky because that set out of the backcourt to Looper was too low, so she couldn't go up and actually take a big rip. And then there, unfortunately, to the outside pin, the ball's too tight to the net. So when you go to swing, you cut it out of bounds. I think she's spraying the location a little bit, and you can see it based on the efficiency here in set 2 alone. I mean, Louisville's hitting 0-43. That is not what you want as an offense.
Louisville started this match in the 6-2. They've run that all season. They're now in the 5-1, meaning the setter will be in the front row.
Great location. You leave it a little bit off the net. Allow your attackers to go up and choose what they want. Line, cross-court, roll shot. You want to put your hitters in the best opportunity for them to do what they can with the ball.
We haven't even talked about the fact that both teams have freshman setters on the floor. This is a huge stage, so I'm sure nerves in this big moment
Absolutely.
are a factor.
Texas had a freshman setter last year when they won a national championship.
They did.
And Cameron Hanna is on her game right now. 5 kills in this set.
We thought Louisville was going to have to worry about Jess Merzick, but Cameron Hanna elevating big seam in that block. Kara Cressy needs to close that block to her right side pin blocker.
You know, this season, Cameron Hanna, real focus. She wants to be a pro, and she has created pro habits this year in matches and off the court to get ready for those matches.
How about that swing by Sofia Maldonado-Diaz, way off the net, out of system. She gathered her feet and took a rip. She's taken some big swings for Louisville, trying to get things going.
I agree. Impressive because it was a broken play. Peyton Peterson, nice job keeping that ball alive, but really nice swing from Maldonado-Diaz. You need that aggressiveness.
Caroline Juravicius.
Oh, Charity Looper!
It went off of Penn State and hit the antenna, so this is a point for Louisville.
Again, Peyton Peterson making plays out of the back row with her defense. Great job just sticking in there, keeping the ball up. Kara Cressy sends this ball way too tight. That's okay, though. Look at Looper. Flies high, uses one hand to just tool the block.
It's like we knew that play was going to happen. We had the perfect camera angle. Back to Looper. This time, no question. Peterson with the serve down the line. And Peyton Peterson will take that.
And it was interesting in the timeout, Coach Schumacher-Cauley said, don't get timid, stay aggressive, but really focus on this next pass. Stick this pass. And I mean, interesting because that was just an ace.
You got to give a lot of credit to Peyton Peterson right now from the service line. She's putting it on these receivers.
And they found a way to stop Cameron Hanna.
If you serve tough and you force the other team out of system, it makes the block setup so much easier because the offense becomes one-dimensional. You know where the ball is going. Everybody in the gym knew that ball was going to the outside. Louisville's able to set up and get the block.
Holly, you mentioned it in the break, the best blocking team in the nation in Louisville is getting out-blocked, but we're seeing that block start to show up.
If Louisville wants to win this match, they need to start being more disciplined with their block, closing those seams up. That's how they're going to score points and gain momentum.
Penn State back up by 2, going to 25. They won the first set, 25-23.
like Danny Busboom-Kelly sticking with Hannah Sherman here in the middle. Let's see what she can do from a blocking standpoint.
That's number 11 in red. Stark backside to Juravicious. She will take it.
I like that substitution for Louisville. Statistically, Hannah Sherman is the best blocker on this Louisville team. She's the third option as a middle blocker, but she can stop some balls at the net.
She subbed in the place of Pagran Kong for Louisville. Maldonado Diaz had to chase it down and then couldn't get enough on it. Penn State 3 points away from taking set 2.
Louisville front row setter stack on the left and looking for Maldonado Diaz out of the back court.
Well, she gets the swing from the back row. Merzik. Oh my! You felt that over here.
Did someone check the court? My goodness, is it still intact?
Watch this transition ball. Look at that seam. Jess Merzik accelerates her arm on that ball, attacks the seam. Louisville needs to clean that up.
Merzik this time dug by Elena Scott. Looper's turn. Looper stopped by the block. Maldonado Diaz back row. Juravicious. They just won't quit. Penn State's block prevails. And it is set point Nittany Lions.
Louisville needs to pay attention to the details, and right now Penn State's block is on. You have to cover your hitters.
Penn State with 7 blocks in this match compared to just 3 for Louisville, and Louisville is first in the nation in blocks. Attacking error, Merzik in the net. Second set point, Penn State.
New setter on the floor for Louisville. Ellie Glock and Reese Robbins came in.
And now they're going to sub out Cabello and Maldonado Diaz back. Second set point, Penn State.
After it crossed the net tape. Looks like it's going deep and then it just dives. That's what makes float serves so difficult to pass, Holly.
Especially when they have pace. You want that to be flat and clean. A flean serve and the floater, just the bottom drops out, tough to pass. Louisville needs a lot more of those.
Third set point, Penn State. Juravicious. Oh, that just ricocheted off of Elena Scott. Back to the other side. Merzik on the approach. Scott will set Looper. To the floor.
Holy smokes. Elena Scott just puts her body in the right position. Bodies this ball over the net. Because Juravicious hits it so dang hard. But look at this run. Elena Scott, beautiful hands on second contact. Charity Looper able to turn that ball down the line. That's the urgency and the passion you need. Her father loves it.
Elena Scott with the handset. She was a setter in high school and made a position change when she committed to Louisville. And Danny Busboom-Kelly told us she took a chance because they didn't have a full scholarship for her and they were asking her to play the libero position, not a setter.
Elena Scott has made a huge contribution to Louisville and their volleyball program. She's an elite setter in transition, one of the best liberos in the country. And I'll tell you, when she can hand set in transition, that gives Louisville an advantage.
But she got to learn from one of the best. And Danny Busboom-Kelly played at Nebraska. She was a setter. And then John Cook asked her to move to the libero position her senior year. They go on to win a national championship that season. And so when Danny Busboom-Kelly asked Elena Scott to do it, she said, learn from me. I can show you some old tape. It can be done, and I think you're going to be excellent. And Elena Scott is one of the best liberos in the country.
Well, Penn State 4 set points here. What are you talking about on the Penn State side? You've had chances to close out this set.
1 point at a time, and it starts with a pass.
Give Izzy Stark all of her options. Go put it away. Let's take an intermission, and let's win ourselves a national championship.
Madison, what was Penn State talking about?
You guys guessed it right. Nail on the head. Stick the pass right to your setter. Have all of your options open and finish this game.
And that has been a strength of theirs early on in this match. Fourth set point. Looper. Here come the cards.
We talked about momentum. We saw it shift in 2 different matches on Thursday night. Momentum just shifted.
Neither team with a timeout. 5th set point, Penn State. That's long, and Louisville has tied this. A 5-0 run. Penn State does not have a timeout. Just long.
Ouch.
Cabello did a really nice job, though, getting them in this position to play for extra points. If you're Louisville, same message that Penn State's getting from Katie Schumacher-Cauley. Stick this pass, first ball side out.
Ava Faldudo to serve, 6th set point for Penn State. Maldonado Diaz tooling the block, and we're tied again.
Great heads-up play by Elena Scott. She recognizes it's not a great pass. Cabello would have been on the run. Wouldn't have been an ideal situation as a set. She steps in, puts up a great ball to Charity Looper for the kill.
Merzick. Oh! That's the shot.
Big moment. She goes 4-4.
I don't think we've seen one from Jess Merzick all day long until now. This is her ball, 4-4, cross court from the left. So sharp with so much heat that you can't dig it.
She's attacking from area 4 on the floor, hitting to 4 on the other side. 7th set point for Penn State. And we keep going.
That was a gamble from Cabello. Not a great pass. She's tight to the net. You just expect her to go high outside. Instead, she jacks that ball back to Maldonado Diaz, catches the block, not in great position, capitalizes on a risky set. I love it from the true freshman.
Louisville had to use a 5-0 run to tie up this set. Penn State has had 7 set points and can't close it. Blocked. 8th set point on the way for the Nittany Lions.
Penn State saw that that ball was going left side, set up a wall, and took care of business.
How many set points is this now?
This is the 8th.
Okay.
Wild.
I know. Also, Louisville always finds themselves in these situations.
Quinn Minger behind the service line for Penn State. Goes after Looper. Scott steps into Peterson. And Izzy Stark tried to power it over with 2 hands. It didn't work.
Elena Scott's setting in out-of-system situations right now is the reason Louisville is still playing in this set.
Completely agree. She's elite in that category and recognizes when it's hard for her setter to get there and put up a good ball.
Anna tried to tip. This time she gets a full swing and goes through that block. 9 set points now for Penn State. Louisville has yet to have one.
This is a rotation for Louisville. They got stuck in it before. Setter front row. Look for Maldonado Diaz on the D ball out of the back row.
Peterson, if you remember, Louisville was down 4, 5 points early in this set. She got them back in position to make a run with her serve.
She has 2 aces today. Penn State out of rotation.
Wow, that is a call that you do not see very often.
It gives Louisville its first lead of the set.
They're going to replay it.
They're going to replay this.
Wow.
So the down official just said to Danny Busman-Kelly, my mistake, I saw it wrong. We are going to replay this point.
That is the down official's call. It's their responsibility to make sure that the players are lined up on the floor in the correct spot.
Before they release.
Yes.
And Peyton Peterson just got her 3rd ace tonight. Peyton Peterson is a dog. Ice in her veins, high pressure moments. She delivers. Thursday night, Sunday, it doesn't matter.
When she had to come in Thursday for Anna DeBeer, Danny Busman-Kelly told her, Peyton, you have ice in your veins. She did. Set point Louisville for the first time.
I love that swing from Cameron Hanna. Not an ideal situation. You are expecting a roll shot as a defense. Instead, she takes a big rip at it, and she's able to tool the block.
But if you're going to stay up in the net and block it, you have to be disciplined. Hands are late and high, and that's why they get deflection in Penn State's favor.
Agreed. Same can be said for Penn State's block. You get what you want, an attacker tipping, seal the net.
Second set point Louisville. They had to use a 5-0 run to tie this set. And they have held off 9 set points by Penn State. To the floor for Merzick.
She is so good at finding seams and holes in the block.
Well, I think the block is worried about her 4-4, that sharp angle, so spreading, and that's opening up that seam, and she's getting on it fast.
8 kills today for Jess Merzick. Maldonado Diaz back row. Penn State keeps it alive. Hooper. Boom!
It's so loud in here in the middle of that transition play. Sophia Maldonado Diaz has her hands cupped, trying to yell the call, the set that she wanted. That's how loud it is in here.
3rd set point Louisville. Merzick tools it.
Louisville knew that ball was going to Merzick on the left and still can't stop her.
In this rotation, you have Sofia Maldonado-Diaz swinging from the left pin, Charity Looper swinging from the right.
Strong server for Penn State in Faldudo. Grimes on the dig. Merzick. And set point number 10 for Penn State.
How about that dig by Jillian Grimes? Beautiful location, controls it, allowing her team to attack back and get the advantage.
If I'm Cabello here and I got a good pass, I'm sending it to the right side to Charity Looper.
She'll pick Maldonado-Diaz. That works too.
Quinn Menger is a defensive specialist. She's the backup setter. She's number 24, and she is stuck in the front row, middle blocking right now for Penn State because we are in extra points.
Because we're in extra points, they are out of subs.
You get 15 subs per set. Looper roll shot.
Menger was blocking there. If you're Louisville's block, you know there's only one location that their ball can go. Great shot by Charity Looper, and she wants the crowd to get involved.
You do not see this very often. Perfect roll shot in the middle of the court, but you see Penn State, they've got somebody playing in the middle who's a back row player for the most part.
And that's why nobody's up to block. That's why she had a clear net.
Fourth set point, Louisville.